Hi guys. Hi guys, can you hear me? Okay guys, this is a dry run and we'll see what's going to happen. I'm just testing the equipment. If everything will go well right now, we'll have the live stream later today at basically 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So, but now I just want to see if everything is working. I will try to answer the few questions, and all I'm seeing is I see the live chat, so that's a progress from the last live broadcast. So at least I know it's working. All right, I see the question from Survival. Hey Rap, thoughts on a Mac 90. Mac 90 is awesome rifle, guys. At this point is becoming like collectible on the US market, which is kind of strange if you would think about it. If you have a good price on it, go snatch it, go get it, because as I said, the way I'm seeing it, they will only continue to go up in the pricing. All right. So awesome. The I see all the chat. So this is working, guys. Would to help to smooth out. Would it help to smooth out my LG trigger hump? This is from another user question. Yes, I think so. That it is almost a must-do mod. And you have to remove that hump. As if you will look at the profile of the trigger, it's looking like this, right? The trigger hammer, and this part, this top part, have to be smooth out and make like an arch, nice arch, basically. And this will help you out and will prevent the damage on the rear of the bolt carrier. So I would highly encourage you guys to do that every time when you got that ALG trigger. And they are heat treated really hard. They are much harder than the bolt carriers on the end. So yeah, I'll definitely remove that hump. All right, another question. Rap, what is your pick between the Russian and Bulgarian AK? Well, if I would, you always go with the source. So if I'll have a chance to get original Russian AK, I would run with the Izmash, because how you cannot run with the Izmash? But the reality of the situation is we got what we got available in the US. And right now, like those new SLR 107 R, they are pretty much like a copy of the AKM with the little bit newer features. So at this point in the US, the SLR Arsenal is a better snatch than converted Saiga, because if you will convert the Saiga, it all goes back to who converted, how the conversion was done, and what you're getting from Arsenal. That SLR 107R is pretty much factory built gun, with the exception of the 922R futures, as you know, because of the import laws. So I would run with Arsenal. Right? What do you think about the 5.45 by 39 RWC Saigas? I think so. This is an excellent base rifle, and if the conversion is done right, and with RWLC, I have seen good conversions and I have seen horrible conversions. So take it this for whatever it is worth it. But if you can get the good one, for sure this is going to be a keeper, guys. Rob, should I get rid of my M plus M, M10 AKM and get SLR? We will break. The basically what you have in M plus M, this is a Kugir Romanian rifle, and the SLR will hold more value. So if you're thinking from the perspective of having a little bit of investment for the future, keep it up, go for the SLR. However, those Cougar rifles, they do work. Are they beautiful? Hell no, they are not beautiful. Do they work? Yes, they do work. I think so that they are like good starter rifle, right? What is your daily carry handgun? Glock 17. Nothing fancy, guys. I have multiple handguns, but the Glock 17 and the Zig P226, they basically do it for me. I don't need anything fancy. Hey Rob, are AK prices going to go down over the next 12 months? Well, the way I'm seeing it, at this point, to all the people who I'm talking to, the gun dealers, either local small gun stores or big online gun stores, everyone is saying that those prices are going to go down simply because the gun sales market crashed. So I think so that, and you're seeing this already, the prices are dropping. If we'll get the continuous flow of the Arsenal rifles and the SLR rifle, I mean Cougar rifles, I'm seeing the prices dropping down. Now, if President Trump would remove the executive order implemented by Obama, and if we'll can get the Saigas back, that would bring the prices even more down. So absolutely yes, I think so that this is a good time right now, and we'll see the prices continue to drop down. Right, what else? Hey Rob, I have Saiga rifle that I did the mag conversion and the rear end conversion. The mag, okay, my question for you, how I'm sorry, that question escaped. It was too fast. I'm not really good at this yet, guys, but I'll get better, I promise. Hey, Rob, what is the future of 545? Well, what is happening with 545, we need to have the US-based manufacturer for the 545 by 39 to get that caliber going in the United States. Hornady was producing the 545, but still they were getting the casings from Russia. So we have to get more independent, and that's the only chance how I see the 545 gaining on popularity. Unfortunately, the 545 will be always going head to head against 556 by 45, and that's a tough competition. However, I do prefer 545 because of the softer recoil, and I think so. This is outstanding cartridge. Unfortunately, because of the situation what we have with the 556 and the 556 by 45, it is basically the home cartridge for the United States will be always more popular. But I would love to see the Remington, Winchester. Hornady is already doing it, but all other guys stepping up to the plate on a 545 production. That would be awesome. All right, another question. Got RAS 47 for $400. Asked about a headspace gauge. Everything seems okay. Am I an idiot? No, you are not. You paid $400. Just keep monitoring those internals. Watch for the trunnion. Watch for the bolt locking locks. And watch for any deformation marks. If you have a no-go gauge, keep checking from time to time, but the dead giveaway on those rifles is the deformation of the bolt locking locks. If this is happening, right away, that this is something going to happen, and it's just the matter of time when you will see the progress and you will start losing the head spacing. So just keep monitoring. You already made the purchase. Don't worry about it at this point. Run with it. All right. Someone says IO is better than RAS 47. Is that true? That's like, it really doesn't matter because it's like two retarded kids competing in the retards Olympics. No matter which one is going to win, they are still retarded. So it really doesn't matter. All right. Mac 90 or SLR rifle. At this point, I would run with the SLR um, rifle because you will have better chances to get all the accessories on it, and pretty much all the AKM furniture or AK-74 furniture will fit. I'm talking about the SLR 107R, and you will have more options. So I would run with the Arsenal. Right? I'm not saying the Mac is a cool rifle, cool to have it. If you're looking at into building your collection, it's a good time to get them because their prices will only go up, guys. That's what's going to happen. SAM 7 SF or SLR 107. For me, I do prefer stamped receiver AKs simply because they are a little bit lighter. Some say the 1 pound doesn't make a difference, but if you will start stacking up those pounds at some point, you will reach that breaking point. How much weight you can carry. So for me, I would prefer to roll with the SLR series, and but the SAM 7, the milled receiver, very good rifles too, guys. Wasar or Yugo. Oh boy, for me, I love my Wasar. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm extremely happy with my Wasar 10. That rifle never failed me. With the Yugo rifles, I didn't have a good luck with the NPAP rifles. There was always a problem with them on my side. I know that the Yugo rifles, they do have a huge fan club, and the people love them. But for me, I had more luck with Wasser rifles. So for me, personally, I would rather roll with the Wasser rifle. Rob, what is your thoughts on purchasing the Atlantic WBP AKs with a new forged trunnion? Actually, I know the backstory about those trunnions, guys. The WBP acquired the batch, I think it was like 4,000 trunnions out of the Fabryka Broni Radom, which is FB Radom. This is the original plant, which manufacturing plant, which was manufacturing a Circle 11 rifles for the government, and they still do. They are just they are no longer Circle 11 because someone else purchased the trademark for it. But what I'm trying to say that these trunnions, these forged trunnions, are original mill spec trunnions. So the parts, that part is absolutely fabulous. This is a good set, and if rifle was put correctly, you will be happy, and it is going to serve you for a very long time. All right. Next question. Would you turn the RH10 to the SBR? Yeah, basically this rifle begs to be turned to the SBR because of that combo gas block with the front post. If you wanna do it, if you want to do the conversion and apply for the paperwork, I'll definitely do it, guys. Um, Rob, ALG is telling me to shave down the rivet on my FM11. Is there a negative to doing that versus shaving down the disconnector? All right, so I would never touch the rivet. That's me. That's personally me, guys, because I do not support the solution of modifying gun versus modifying accessories. Okay, so for me, the better choice is to modify the disconnector on the trigger. Just remember, imagine that this is that rear end of the disconnector. So this is like the whole hook, right, and everything. You have to trim it just a little bit here at the end, but then shaved off underneath of the disconnector, because otherwise you are pretty much going to have, excuse me, a trigger slap. So if you will not remove that extra material here too, the trigger will be quick, the disconnector quickly will be bottoming out and kicking your ass. All right. One more question, Rob. Any chance of 5,000 rounds on a 7.62 Galil? Yes, I would love to do the Galil test. At this point, guys, I have to watch out the budget. I'm buying ammo, buying guns, so it's hard, really. The store keeps us alive and going, but you still have to be aware of the budget, and we cannot spend more than I can, so I would love to, but at this point I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Rob, why sky is blue? Because God loves the infantry. Okay. And I didn't catch the rest of the. Can I? Oh yeah, I think I can scroll down. Look at that. I'm learning, guys. Okay, so why the sky is blue? Because God loves the infantry. Also, do you have an experience with Ultimac Rail that replaces the gas tube? Yes, I do have the experience with the Ultimac. As you know, we do sell Ultimacs at our store. My honest take on the Ultimac is, if you do have a side rail on your rifle, stick to the side rail. This is a much better solution. However, if you do not have the side rail and you don't want to use the AK Master Mount, roll with the Ultimac, because this is the probably the one of the not that many options to add the red dot to your rifle. The problem with Ultimac is it's a twofold problem. First of all, you adding more weight at the end of the far away end, front end of the rifle, where you already have a lot. When you already have a lot weight by default, right? Because of the how the AK rifle is made. Then you got problem with the heat. And if you will do a lot of magazine dumps, or if you're a quick shooter, you have to keep monitoring it. And I don't care what kind of optic you have, what kind of red dot you have, you can basically cook that optic. I cooked the Aimpoint T1. Aimpoint was nice enough. I just told them, hey, my red dot died, and they replaced it. I didn't tell them that I cooked the optic alive. So, but what I'm trying to say is, you have to monitor the temperature. Don't go crazy. Don't be trigger happy. It will work well. Just be aware of it. Okay. Next question. You guys are killing me here. Okay. Modify my Arsenal SGL-20 or leave it alone since they are not currently available. I'm thinking of adding the ALG trigger. I'll definitely add the ALG trigger. I like the ALG triggers. Unless you already modded your Tapco trigger. If you did that, I do not see the point of changing that trigger. But if you just wanna instantly enhance your trigger, roll with the ALG. Those triggers are really, really cool. Robert Bradshaw, M67 or Golden Tiger. The M67 is excellent ammo, but Golden Tiger on the commercial side makes very good ammo too. You cannot go wrong with either one of these. All right, just remember, with M67, you're going to have to deal with it's a corrosive ammo. So use the fresh water. If if you have like a warm water, use the fresh water right after the shooting, because the warm water dissolves salts. That's all you need. All right. What other questions we got? Vapor 7.62 by 54. Are you going to do more work with it? At this point, no. Really, that was a disappointing experience on my end with that Vapor. I do have a 16 inches version, but I don't know how the guys who made that rifle they cut the barrel, and I don't know how much work they did on the crown, but I could never get more accuracy of that rifle than like almost a 3 MOA. I was never happy with that rifle, and at this point, it's like kind of dead weight. The bad thing is too, it's getting harder and harder in 7.62 by 54R to get a good ammo. Hornady dropped the ball. They used to manufacture the match grade ammo for it. They stopped doing it, and we used to have access to the Russian snipers ammo in those green spam cans, and that ammo is getting harder and harder. It's harder and harder to get it. So really, at this point, for me, I like the cartridge. I think the 7.62 by 54R has a lot of kick, but it's really getting hard to to do anything with it. Vapor has, if you wanna really go with the Vapor, guys, Vapor has the 308 Vapors. They have 6.5 Grendel Vapors, so probably look into that direction, and you can really get a lot from the Vapor rifle in the different calibers. All right, what else you guys have? Uh, okay, do a Scar 17. Again, guys, with the Scar 17, it's all about the budget. If we'll have a budget, I will do it. I would love to do more guns. Trust me on this. We just have to watch what we're doing and how we're doing it. I'm not the millionaire. I mean, look at my house. I live in the townhouse, guys. So it's not like we have unlimited number of money. Uh, if we'll have a chance, we'll do it. Any possibility for some VZ58 tests? Yes, the VZ58 hopefully will happen this year. Fingers crossed. Really, I'm trying to run. I'll try to run that rifle. Have you ever did the 5,000 round test on the Mac 90? No, we do not, and I'm not planning to. As I said, at this point, the Mac 90 rifles are getting into that basically a collector's edition. And what I mean by this, as you guys know, you cannot import those rifles anymore into the United States. So their numbers are really, getting smaller and smaller. If you have a chance to get it, I would strongly advise you to buy it. But we do not plan any 5,000 rounds test on it. How is the C39 V2 holding up? I do not own that rifle anymore, so I really don't know, guys. OPAP tests. This was the original idea. I wanted to have the OPAP on the program. I wanted to do the 5,000 rounds on the OPAP. Unfortunately, again, for some strange reason, the Century is not really importing the OPAPs. At least to my best knowledge, they are not coming to the United States anymore. So whatever you have, whatever was imported, some stores still got them. Snatch it. But for some reason, only NPOP on the full-size rifle is coming to the country. All right. Do you have any plans for more classes, guys? This is at this point. Me and Paul, we have some other commitments, and as soon as we'll sort these things out, I would love to schedule more classes, but at this point I can't, because of what's happening in our lives, and we have to deal with those, not the problems but the situations first, and fully fill the commitments to the country. And then if we'll have a time, we'll do the trainings on the commercial side. Not a problem. I will let you know for sure. uh, all right, and this is like, do you have any plans to test Russian optics, Rakus or Kashtan Pro? Guys, I do not test those optics. It's like, really, I had bad luck with a lot of like Cobra, red dots, and things like this. The Kashtan optics are nice. They are, they are in service, so they are basically the some of them are really good, some of them are not so good, and the prices for them are for some reason crazy in the United States. And at this point, we will see what's going to happen. If I'll have a chance to get it, I will get some optics and we'll run them on the program. But it's not like I'm going to pay $500 for the stupid Cobra red dot, because that's just crazy. All right, the do the Vapor 54R 5,000 rounds test. That's from Michael. That's not going to happen. As I told you, the logistics for it would be horrible. You have very short magazines on the Vapor rifles. Just imagine the reloading all the magazines, how many magazines you would have to have. With 30 rounds magazines, guys, I'm taking with me for the range session 34 magazines at the time. So you got 34 magazines for the one episode. And now imagine those small 5-10 rounders from the 54 hour, how many magazines you would have to keep this going. um, all right, are you ever going to try the DDI stamped edition again with another company's extractor? uh, okay, so those who are watching the new DDI rifle tests, this is, I'm talking about the fully US made DDI rifle. You know that the extractors crap out twice, and then they issued the recall, and the first 2,000 rifles with the serial numbers from first 2000s, they have been recalled, and they are offering the free extractor upgrades to you guys. Thanks to that test, and thanks to that video. So, to my best knowledge, the DDI claims that the situation has been resolved. They do not have any more issues with the broken extractors, and we'll see what's going to happen with that. At this point, I do not have any plans to get the DDI back on the program, because that would be unfair to other manufacturers. But let's because they crap out and they got chopped, what would IO say, right? For example. So we'll see what's going to happen. Basically, guys, we'll see what's going to happen. For now, let them run. It looks like they are addressing the issue. As you know, Palmetto State Armory acquired them too, so a lot of things will change. And what we're seeing right now, these are still rifles made in Tennessee, but now they moved the DDI to South Carolina. So we will see what's going to happen with those rifles. Vepr 74 versus SLR 104 or Saiga. They're basically different rifles. I mean, the whole concept is the same, but if you look at the Vepr 74, it is a beef up version with the thicker barrel and the thicker receiver than the regular SLR 104. The trade-off is there is a less weight on SLR compared to Vepr, and that's basically, it is always, you have to look when you're purchasing a rifle, what do you want to do with it. If you're just looking for a day-to-day rifle, for carrying and everything, roll with SLR 107. All right. And we'll take those Kalashnikov USA seem to have their shit together. Well, guys, I don't know. I haven't seen the rifles for sale yet. I think their copies of the Saiga shotguns should be coming out really, really soon. Maybe even are already for sale, but it will be like a first finished product up for sale. Everything else, their 9mm AKs, which we have seen at the SHOT Show, they said time frame to release those will be late May, early summer. So at this point, we can only speculate on it, and nobody really knows what's going to happen with those rifles. Alpha, they remember that I had in my hands at the SHOT Show that Alpha rifle that was set even for like late December 2017. So that's hard to tell what's going to happen to them. Okay, why don't you just lubricate the AKs with grease for your 5,000 rounds test? Simple answer is because during the sand tornado, that grease pieces, there will be like a magnet for the sand, and that would really screw up the rifles. With the oil, it's easier to wipe it out, keep it dry for the sand tornado, and the oil, and also don't forget we do have a really low temperatures here in Midwest. So the grease, you have to watch out for the grease, because the grease has a different ratings for when the temperatures drop during the winter. And I'm using the oil which is rated. I think that CLP which we use, it's rated for like crazy -74. I may have to check this, but I know it can handle whatever we have here in Midwest. All right, wrap. I have a 308 Vepr V2 with integral front sight gas black. Would it be able to out Zhukov handguard on my rifle? I really honestly don't know. Guys, remember, for the Vepr rifles, you always have a thicker barrel. So what it means, you would have to modify the clamps for the barrel. If you will not modify the clamps for the barrel, you're not going to fit the Zhukov handguard on that rifle. All right, guys. This was the drive. Basically not the drive. That was a test broadcast. I will be back live at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Thanks for being with us, and talk to you soon, guys. Thank you.